Hi, I'm Kenneth WAJDA. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photography talks. Today I'm going to talk about things that go wrong. So for amateurs and pros, things always go wrong. Things happen. And you have to be able to deal with it and still get the photograph. So I was recently going out to a parade. It's a nighttime parade that they do here in my town, and it's a Christmas parade with a lot of floats that are lit up. And I thought, I'm going to go photograph that with two different cameras. I'll bring the Nikon f1.4 with a 20mm lens, because I like those wide angle feelings. I want to show the crowd. But I'll also bring this Pentax LX. It's got a 51.4 on it. I picked it up at an auction. I thought it would be one of those cameras that, you know, would be a fun camera to have a really small pro body. That was their top of the line Pentax body. But it had a little bit of an issue with a sticky mirror. So sometimes you'd press the shutter and it would hesitate for a second. So I was kind of like testing it. I was kind of running shutters and advancing and hitting the shutter, advancing. And it was starting to feel like it wasn't having as much of a problem. So I thought, I'll just take it out and I'll shoot it. A 51.4 on a Pentax is always a beautiful lens. It's going to be great to shoot something with a wider aperture on an SLR as opposed to that 20, which is a 2.8. So I go out and I'm photographing with both bodies. And as it turns out, when I developed the film, every frame from that Pentax was out of focus. So it's my understanding that that mirror has some glue underneath of it that is part of the dampening system, and that glue gets sticky and it holds the mirror. And I'm guessing when the mirror returns to its place, it's not lying in place at the right place. And so what I'm seeing is in focus is actually not in focus. It's almost like the mirror has been bumped up a little bit. So that little bit is changing what I'm focusing on. And at 1.4, it's really critical, and I'm not getting the shot. But fortunately, I was shooting with the 20 as well. And I'm publishing a story on the Roy Stryker project, and that photograph and that series will be done with the 20. Because it was fortunate that I had another camera with me and I was shooting two cameras. So that's the way I beat the failure of the other camera. But things do go wrong. And that other roll, you can say, wow, man, you didn't get anything. But I got something with the other camera. And you only need to get something to tell your story. You don't have to have every shot work. A friend of mine recently said, oh, I didn't get anything good from that parade. And he was shooting a digital camera. And I'm like, you must have gotten some things. You know, maybe you didn't get 100 shots, but you have to have gotten 5 that are in focus and have a little bit of the story in there. And I need to talk to them and look at those and see, what exactly did you get? And oftentimes with digital, you can bring a lot up in Lightroom and bringing up darks to bring them up, and he may not even know that. So that's something that I'll work with him with. But the point is, things go wrong. Accidents happen, cameras malfunction. You don't have to worry about what you didn't get. You just have to get one. That's the old photographer, photojournalist creed, is you only need one for the newspaper. They probably don't have more room for more than one. All right, that's today's photography talk. I'll put a link to that series of Christmas parade photos down in the comments below. If you have any comments, put them there. Hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed. We'll talk more photography. And the Patreon, too. If you can support, please do. A cup of coffee a month, that would be great. All right, thanks.